Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. You can tell we are not at our home setup, so thank you for joining and bearing with us as we figure this out. You can see we got the microphone back, so hopefully the connection's good. Hopefully the audio is good, but we're going to get into a variety of topics today. But this first one is a little bit of a doozy, a little bit different and weird, or not different, but weird because Tesla's order backlog has estimated to ramp up to 60,000 units. And specifically, I want to take a look at the US market for this prediction because why would anybody want to order a Tesla right now when there are massive inventory discounts that you do not need to place an order? You can just go ahead, pick it out of inventory, and then go ahead and place a deposit. I spoke to someone earlier today that placed a deposit yesterday, and Tesla wants them to take delivery ASAP today. Thank you to Gene, one of the Patreon members, that scheduled a call with me where we can go over your exact situation. But this is where I usually run my intro. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. So let us take a look at this. Shout out to Inside EVs, but really shout out to Troy Tesla, because that's where this information, this stuff, these details are really coming from. This is where we can actually take a look because, quote, estimated Tesla order backlog has increased to 60,000 units. Let me know if the audio is good. 60,000 units on July 16th, 2023. And so it's weird, right? Because why would Tesla, or why would anybody place a deposit for the vehicle? Maybe I'm confused about how order backlog is, but when I think order backlog, that I think is someone that goes to the Tesla websites just like this, places a deposit, of course, uses a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, to get an extra $500 to $1,000 off, and then really just takes it at whatever the price is. But of course, as you know, as we know, every single day when we go live, there's plenty of inventory discounts that are out there, totaling up to almost $5,300 off. These stack with the $7,500 federal tax credit, stack with any sort of state incentive that you might qualify for as well. So there's just a lot of different deals and discounts that you could stack out there. So this is confusing to me because why would the backlog all go all the way up to 60,000 units? Why would people kind of just be waiting? Because unless people don't know that there's discounts, and that's why we talk about it on the channel. Or is it because people just don't know, or also don't know that they can swap to one of these vehicles with a added discount if it pops up in their inventory? Of course, some of these vehicles do have weird restrictions, like you can't take delivery if it's in another state. It's kind of unfortunate like that, so just be aware of that. But so you kind of just be on the hunt for it. But I'm not sure if I would place any sort of deposit on it or place any sort of order at MSRP. We're just going to call this MSRP, the prices on the screen, because it just doesn't make sense right now when there's plenty of discounted inventory, especially on the Model 3 side. Like, I might get it that the Model Y side might not have too many, but it certainly will get there, especially as we get to the end of this month, which is August, and then certainly the end of September as well, because that's going to be the end of the quarter. And really, I mean, we could start even talking and predicting about what's going to be happening this December, because that's going to be the end of the year. And there was a lot of crazy things that happened last December. I mean, I might make a video about it because a part of me does think the discounts are going to get even much more crazier. Maybe Tesla's going to turn up the dial just a little bit. So it could be a very, very interesting time in December. But of course, shout out to Troy Tesla on Twitter, the invaluable source at Tesla Stats and Forecasts. He does a lot of delivery productions and vehicle productions and all that stuff. So we can see here. Hi everyone, based on my calculation, Tesla's order backlog was 60,000 units on July 16th. And what I really like about Troy Tesla is he posted these charts for everybody to see, and you can really see where these backlogs could be coming from. So you can see right here, we've got USA, Canada, Europe, China, and the rest of the world, totaling up to 60,000 units, up from 49,000 units in July. And so you can see right here, US had a sizable increase according to Troy Tesla, going from 7,300 1,500 units in order backlog to up to 17,000 units. Of course, maybe the tax credits had some sort of effect on this with the 7,500 federal tax credit. Maybe the state incentives had some sort of effect on this to get people to jump in and order, plus maybe the referral code and all that stuff. It certainly could make a lot of sense with all these different incentives out there. But up to 17,000 units, a healthy increase for Tesla. And of course, Tesla is going to try and do everything they can to make sure you take delivery by the end of this quarter, which is going to be September. So if you're on the sidelines, if you're just waiting, keep waiting just a little bit more because the deal might get a little bit better. And of course, go to our favorite website, which is waitingfortesla.com. And also don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, because if you use a Tesla referral code, you can get an extra $500 to $1,000 off for purchasing a Tesla. So let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the next topic, but before we do that, this video is sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below the description, Patreon link, support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Happy Friday. We won't be doing a giveaway today because I couldn't figure out what to give away and we couldn't set one up. So sorry about that. But next Friday, we will definitely do one. Slaughter 2.0. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for supporting. Hopefully the audio is good. Hopefully the travel setup is good. We got our mic from home that we usually bring. Plus we got a new light. I look a little bit orange, I think, but it's okay. It's okay. But if anybody's got any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, definitely drop it down below in the comments or even a live stream, and we will certainly get to it. We've got a couple different hot topics today, so let's do it. And then tomorrow we're going to talk about how to get the best deal or the best, not best, how to get the lowest monthly payment on a Tesla Model 3, Model, or even Model Y. So that's tomorrow's topic, the headline topic. So definitely hit that subscribe if you want to stick around for that one for tomorrow. In this next video, we love our Tesla vehicles. We've had the Model 3, the Model Y, S, and now the X, but there's a few problems. I don't know if I would call it problems, but that's what this one person is calling that Tesla is lacking for their vehicles behind legacy automotive. But the one thing I will give a caveat of is that Tesla, even though they are lacking on some of these features, which I do agree, they definitely have a leap ahead with some of their technology. It's very intuitive. That's kind of all they focus on. They don't really focus on much else, or maybe they don't focus as much, but they certainly focus on their technology with all the different updates and intuitiveness on all that. But let us take a look at this. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. Shout out to Timothy on Twitter. Quote, a few things Tesla is currently missing or lagging behind legacy. And of course, when legacy, they mean legacy automotive, which is really everybody else out there that is not Tesla. So the first one is V2L, V2G. Not really sure what that is. V2L, if someone could help me out here, let's put it in the Google machine and see what it actually. V2L, large battery vehicle to load, is a feature that allows electric vehicles to use their battery for a home. Yes, that is definitely a feature that Tesla is lacking, but Elon did say that they're going to be rolling with that very soon. I think the only OEM that has that currently is Ford, which is a super nice feature with all these Tesla battery sales and all of that. But at the same time, Tesla, it would be kind of against what they are selling, because if they roll that out where you could use your car EV battery as a power bank, then power walls could potentially become obsolete, or really they wouldn't be able to sell them as much. So kind of a catch-22 for a Tesla. 230 volt socket in the cabin. Okay. HUD, heads up display. I definitely agree with this. I think almost every vehicle, even like regular vehicles, Hondas, Toyotas, Kias, have heads up display, which is an important feature, safety feature that's super convenient. You don't have to look at your eyes out. But at the same time, with autopilot systems, like what's the point of looking at how fast you're going and everything? Just set it to autopilot, sit back, relax, and let your vehicle take you to your destination. So that could be the flip side to that. AR nav. Certainly agree. Matrix lights. So Tesla does have matrix headlights, but really they kind of have no functionality to it. It's just a good, nice looking bulb on that. 360 view. Yes, 100%. Tesla needs to stop fiddling their thumbs and roll this out, because a lot of manufacturers, a lot of competitive vehicles have 360 view. And with all these cameras all over the vehicle, why not Tesla? Why can't Tesla just roll that out? Maybe they're working on a special version that's the next level. Electronic trailer hitch. I don't tow stuff, but certainly I can see where that could make sense. Rain sensor, as in working. Shots fired. Of course, talking about how the rain wipers do not work too well at all. Forming mandatory emergency lane on ADES. Okay, perfect. I don't know. Actually, I have no idea. Forming a mandatory emergency lane on ADES. Actually, I have no idea what that actually means, but I'm going to Google it. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know if you agree with all these things, or maybe if there's other things that you think Tesla is not lacking, or that Tesla is lacking behind some of the other things out there. But there's a lot of things that Tesla does pull ahead from other legacy automotive. So, of course, we can make this same list where Tesla is ahead of the game, whereas Tesla isn't ahead of the game at the end of the day. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts are. We're going to jump into the next topic. Slaughter, I just got a demo Tesla with full self-driving, and it's amazing. Yeah, it is. You gotta get used to the full self-driving. You gotta get used to the autopilot. But once you do, and once you trust it, it can certainly be you're almost wondering how did you drive before that? But it's really nice. Juan, thanks for coming in. Welcome back. Tapia, thanks for coming in. Hey, Dennis, hope you're doing well. Miss your daily content. How do you feel about the recent Model X price cuts? You are definitely saying right on the money, Model X. You're right, December, but it's okay. I mean, the Model X was going to be a long-term hold, and as long as I hold it for long enough, then we're not going to lose too much money at the end of the day. But at the same time, when you buy a car, you're supposed to lose money at the end of the day, so it's still good. We needed to buy it. It's a great car. Falcon wings kind of suck, but and maybe I'll make a video about that one day. I don't know if I want to put Tesla on blast like that, but the Falcon wings are not. I am not a happy camper with the Falcon wings. The car works great. Car drives great. No issues with the technology other than that, but the Falcon wings, they're certainly super buggy. They've hit stuff. They're not the best in terms of my experience. Maybe, and I've asked other Tesla owners, and it seems like 2 out of 3 people have a good experience with the Tesla Falcon wings, and then one person just isn't a fan of the Falcon wings, just like me. On top of that, but what else we got? A couple quick topics out there. In this next topic, in case you missed it, Fisker, the other EV company, just released another vehicle before they even delivered their first vehicle on an electric truck that has a pretty surprising price to me that is super competitive. So let's take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. A shout out to Electric. Yesterday, Fisker unveils Alaska, a small electric truck for $45,000. Reservations open. And typically, I've never been early to the game, and I've never placed a deposit early just like this. I definitely did it for the Rivian, and I'm not sure. I mean, I'm always so hesitant with these newer EV trucks because is the Fisker Ocean even being delivered yet right now? I mean, on top of that, I mean, if you didn't know what the Fisker Ocean is, the Fisker Ocean is basically a Model Y competitor. It's got good stats. It's got a really cool interior with the screen being able to rotate from vertical to horizontal. I mean, I think it looks good. It almost looks like a Range Rover Evoque-ish, or maybe like the last version of it. This is the screen I was talking about. But really, have they even started delivering this vehicle yet? I think there's maybe one that was delivered, or maybe a handful. And so really, for them to unveil this truck, I mean, I get it. Build up hype, build up excitement, get a lot of orders, and $45,000, that's a really slick price. But then when is this truck actually coming out? But I don't know about you all, but this looks Hyundai Kia to me. Maybe like the Hyundai Santa Fe, or is it the Kia Santa Fe truck? I can't remember which brand it actually is, but it definitely looks, or not that they pick, yeah, this one, Santa Cruz. It definitely looks Santa Cruz-ish to me, which doesn't vibe with me. I like the boxiness of the Cybertruck. I like the roundness of the Rivian, and so or the other type of rugged, boxy Rivian look of it. So I'm not a fan of it, but let me know if you are. Let me know if you've placed a deposit for this at $45,000. It seems like a steal. I mean, that's basically what Model Y pricing. And if this qualifies for that $7,500 federal tax credit, that would surely be a hit. But what I really like about this is they are putting competition on all the truck EV makers out there. We're talking Ford, GM, Rivian, and also, of course, Cybertruck. So hopefully this means that Cybertruck pricing may actually be reasonable, or at least they'll try to be reasonable with the federal tax rate. And so certainly this could be a really good sign, which means good for us. More competition is good for a better priced vehicle at the end of the day. But let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into the next topic. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link to support the channel. So definitely check it out if you're interested. Abia, how is the mileage on the Model X? You know what? We've got that home charger, right? Which I'm still waiting for LADWP to send us that check. It got a, I don't know. Actually, did it get approved? I think it's still pending, but it's been pending for like, I don't even know. I lost count, 3 months, and still waiting for the check from the utility company for $1,000 to reimburse us back for installing the home charger. But home charger has been great. We use it. I use it probably almost every day, a single day. We finally got our first electric bill back, and LADWP is pretty reasonable with rates in California. It's like 20 to 26 cents, but the Model X is a big battery. I think 100 kilowatts. So to give you, 100 kilowatts at 20 cents, that's going to cost you $20 to fill it up. And I pretty much fill it up. I plug it in every single night, and so all the way to get it backed up to 90%. And so the last electricity bill we got, I didn't know, I don't remember the price, but with the home, with just the Model X plugging in, it was like over 800 kilowatts. So you can do the math there, 800 times 20 cents, because we try and do it in low peak times, and that's how much electricity we've spent just on the Model X. So in terms of the mileage, don't really know how good it is, because you probably are asking that because of all the different headlines that have recently come out about like range, the class action suits and things like that. And so it's going to be an interesting time for Tesla in the next few months. In this next topic, quick topic in case you missed it, a $340,000 electric vehicle just got released, and yeah, we'll just talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And so $340,000. That is a a ton of money. I know I used that wrong. Cadillac, shout out to Tesla North. Cadillac Celeste EV pricing starts from just $340,000 US. I mean, is this even worth $340,000? I mean, with $340,000, what can you buy? You can buy three Lucids. You could buy three Model S Plaids. You could buy a Model S Plaid, a Model X, and a Lucid. I mean, there's so much money at the end of the day. So I don't even know what I even want to dive into, like what are the different things you can get for $340,000. But this is certainly tapping into a market, a very high-end market. And usually when we see this type of stuff, we see brands release like a high-line model first and then trickle down to the other models. So I kind of wish they did this Celeste Q first with the $340,000 pricing, let people drive that around in all the different areas, and then release like the Lyric and the sedan, because people want that like halo aspect of the vehicle. But $340,000, that's a lot. I mean, that's 6 Model Ys or 7 Model 3s at the current pricing. So it's a lot of value, or a lot of price, or a lot of car at the end of the day. And so you probably agree. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down in the description is Patreon link to support the channel. So definitely check it out if you're interested. But thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Hopefully the audio was good. Thank you for all the different things. Definitely the discounts are still, Tesla is still pushing on a lot of the discounts for the Model 3 and Model Y. We talked about this yesterday, how the Model 3 is at its lowest price it's ever been, 36,220. And of course, you can factor in the 7,500 federal tax rate, and you can also factor in the Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, to get an extra $500 to $1,000 off. But thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for supporting, and